Welcome to Leaseweb Tech Talk, the podcast exploring tech landscape, cloud hosting, and IT infrastructure. Whether you're a professional or new to tech, Leaseweb Tech Talk got you covered. Join us for latest trend, business cases, insightful interviews, and useful tips. Hi everyone, welcome to Leaseweb Tech Talk. My name is Pameli Sobhan, your host today, with Shanuk Janssen, who is the CDN expert here at Leaseweb.
Hi
Shanuk,
everyone.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for coming. And for today, I have some use cases. It's the real life use cases which we are going to discuss. And I believe that'll be very interesting for our listeners to listen all the real life success stories about CDN. So let's jump to the first one.
Yeah.
First up, I have the use case about an e-commerce giant. Due to the privacy reason, I'm not going to reveal the name of the e-commerce giant. Just to tell the background is that this e-commerce giant used to have website crashing during high holiday season sale, which used to happen because of the weight of the traffic used to come to the website. It used to customers used to get frustrated, unsatisfied customer, a lot of problem with exiting the cart, payments. What's your take on this, and what's your opinion on how CDN could solve this problem?
Well, it seems like a classic case of a use case, what a CDN can help you with. In this case, if I understand you correctly, this e-commerce giants, they had during the holiday seasons a lot of website traffic to their e-commerce website, and they experienced outages, right? Yes. So what happens usually if you get so much traffic to your website cannot handle that. It cannot distribute your traffic, basically. And then by having so many traffic requests, you get an outage and the users cannot reach your website. So what you would need, what will benefit, is a CDN managing the traffic of your website, choosing the best route through different POP locations in the world, wherever your end users are located, to serve the website cached from different locations and not just only hitting the origin server, because the origin server gets overloaded and it cannot manage all the requests and then you get an outage. So that's, I think, typically what happens. So that is something that a single CDN provider can help you with, but a multi-CDN provider, if there's humongous amounts of traffic requests, they can also switch over to different CDN providers serving more POP locations in the world, can distribute more of your traffic evenly, so that your website will not crash or have an outage.
Yeah, it seems like it happens very often when there is a sale season or Black Friday or during the holiday season. This outage is pretty common for the e-commerce platforms.
Well, it's also sometimes when DDoS attackers are targeting your website because there's already high traffic. If you generate more traffic, then it will have false requests, because that's what they will do with DDoS attacks, where you get overloaded. Your website requests get overloaded, and that's also usually what happens during these high traffic seasons. But can you maybe guess how many seconds or how long a customer is willing to wait for your website?
2 seconds, 3 seconds, or it's longer?
Well, actually, you guessed it right. 2 seconds is already the bare minimum for someone that wants to wait for your website to respond. Okay. It's 1, 2. That's not long. Then you already get a decline in revenue. And if you can imagine the amount of traffic that you get during the holiday season, let's say it's Christmas, which is a big thing in Europe, obviously, and in most of the Western world, it's really catastrophical for your business if you lose customers because your website is not available.
Yeah.
You can imagine the loss that this customer had to suffer, and that you really don't want.
Exactly, Shanuk. So in the use case, it was defined well that the e-commerce giant integrated CDN to offload the high traffic, and it has increased 40% of their load time for the web page and boosted the conversion of the users.
Well, I'm really happy to hear that for this company, because it's very risky if you gain a lot of traffic or a lot of users wanting to reach your website globally and you don't use a CDN, because a CDN can really enhance your load times of your website, can make sure that your website reaches your end user faster, which will increase your revenue, obviously, because people are not inclined to leave.
Exactly. It's about business continuity, it's about revenue, it's about the trust of the customers and having the loyalty. Definitely. Let's move to the...
And customer satisfaction.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So the second use case is about a major news outlet who is to face the problem of delivering a major breaking news or any major article. Whenever the news was out, the website used to have outage, keeping the reader frustrated. Why do you think so? And how could CDN be a good solution in this situation?
Well, this really sounds like a classic case of peak traffic to me. So whenever they had a breaking story or whenever like hot news was out, then a lot of traffic went to their websites to read that news, because obviously this was probably a news outlet that is very popular with customers or with readers. And then when a breaking story is out, then a lot of traffic immediately goes to their website. Website cannot handle that amount of traffic. So what again would be really helpful is having a CDN. Also, depending on where your readers are located, if that is, let's say this is in Europe and all your readers are focused in Europe, it would be really good to have a CDN solution that has a lot of pop locations in Europe, because speed is the key here. So you would want to have different pop locations that can reach your end users or your readers in this case quickly. So if you have a lot of different data centers that can bring that news article to your readers fast, your readers don't experience any outage. The traffic can be distributed evenly across multiple pop locations, and then everybody can still be happy and reading your article, because that's also what your business is built on, or the news outlet business.
Exactly, Shadok. So it completely makes sense why CDN is important and the global footprint is everything. So there was this streaming service who wanted to provide high quality buffer-free video content. However, they were struggling to provide that buffer-free videos, which led to unsatisfied customer, high churn rate, and not getting enough views to that video. And what's your take on that, and how CDN could actually solve this problem?
Well, I'm a little bit shocked that a streaming service will not use a CDN, because with streaming, everything is about speedy delivery to your end users, especially if they're like users across the globe or spread out over a bigger continent or country. Then the importance is really speedy delivery. And if you want buffer-free content delivery, a CDN would be the best solution for you, helping you with low latency, faster response time, so that you can watch a video without any buffering. Because when I would watch a video and it's constantly buffered, it frustrates me. I get annoyed with the company, I get annoyed with the video, and I will abandon it.
But can that happen for single CDN as well? Maybe they were using a single CDN?
It doesn't matter if it's a single CDN or a multi-CDN. Okay. Because it depends on where your users are located. It depends on how many pop locations you have and how near the pop locations are to your end users for fast delivery. So that your content can be delivered fast and your traffic can be equally distributed, so you don't get a traffic overload. But of course, if you have a multi-CDN, it helps you with if a single CDN has an outage, for a fallback solution, or with cost reduction, for example, depending on the geolocations. But yeah, as I said, if you experience a lot of buffering, people will abandon your service and they will start watching something else, or they will watch somewhere else, which will leave you with dissatisfied customers and churn eventually. Yeah. It's bad for your business.
Exactly. So it definitely signifies how important it is to have CDN to provide high quality content out there, which is completely buffer free. Thank you, listeners, for tuning in today's episode. I enjoyed my time with you, Shanuk, discussing all these use cases.
Thank you for having me, Pemily.
Thank you. Stay tuned for our next episode where we will be speaking with Shanuk about how to configure the CDN. We hope you found this episode insightful. For more content, like, share, and subscribe. You can also subscribe to our newsletter at leaseweb.com/newsletter.